With this project in all sports, particularly football, teams will have a right to choose referees for their matches, provided both sides agree on the selection. As a result, referees will earn points for each match they are chosen for, and these points will form the basis of a referees' league. At the end of the season, just like in football where a champion team is declared, a champion referee will also be named. The project has been designed in a way that allows it to be adapted to any sport. However, for simplicity and clarity, football has been used as the primary example. The traditional refereeing system no longer meets the fast-evolving technological and ethical needs of our time. This created a need for a new method that minimizes referee errors and enhances transparency. The concept of the Zafer Yilmaz method was born in 1992 and began to take shape in 1993. On November 24, 1994, the idea was officially notarized and registered. It was later updated on May 28, 2025, making it ready for implementation. Reduce controversial decisions that affect the outcomes of matches. Increase trust among fans and clubs. Lighten the burden on sports federations. Protect the integrity of national and international sport. Here is the logic behind the method I've developed. Before a match, teams will select the main referee, assistant referees, fourth official, and VAR referees themselves. However, referees will have the right to decline officiating a match involving a team that selected them, provided they give a valid reason. As shown on the slide, technical staff from both teams will come together before the match to decide which referee they wish to appoint. If they agree on a common referee, their selection is confirmed. Each main referee selected by a team will earn 3 points. If a main referee is appointed by the federation, not chosen by teams, they receive 2 points. VAR and AVR referees will receive 2 points per match. Assistant referees and fourth officials will earn 1 point per match. Here is a sample table of the Referees League. Based on this system, main referees get 3 points. VAR referees get 2 points. Assistant and fourth officials get 1 point per match. Let's take referee 1 as an example. By week 5 of the league, they have officiated 5 matches as main referee. With each worth 3 points, they've collected a total of 15 points. Referee 2, on the other hand, has officiated 4 matches as main referee and 1 match as VAR. That totals 14 points. 3 points per main referee match, 2 for the VAR role. Before each match, the teams with the highest combined league points will be entitled to select their referee first. In the table below, Team A has 75 points and Team B has 52. Combined, that makes 127 points. Therefore, they'll have the first pick of referees. The order is based entirely on the combined points of both teams in the league table. Next is a Team C versus Team D match. Team C has 83 points. Team D has 34. Total 117 points. These teams will have the second pick. The same principle applies to the rest. The higher the combined points, the earlier the selection. Now you may ask, what happens if the teams cannot agree on a referee? In such cases, they are placed at the bottom of the selection order, and their referee will be appointed by the federation from the pool of unselected referees. This system also allows previously overlooked referees to be fairly included in matches. What if 2 matches have teams with the exact same combined points? In that case, we look at the combined goal difference average of the teams in the league table. For example, Team A versus Team B has the same total points as Team C versus Team D. Now we compare their average goal differences. Team A plus B equals 70. Team C plus D equals 40. Therefore, Team A and B will have priority in selecting the referee. If the averages are also equal, then the federation's other criteria will apply, such as fair play scores, total goals scored between teams, etc. Before teams make their selections, the Football Federation will announce, at least one day in advance, which teams will have priority in referee selection. Here we see the fixtures for Week 34 of the league. Since the Team A versus Team B match has the highest combined points, they will select their referee first. Next in line will be Team C versus Team D, Team E versus Team F, Team G versus Team H, and so on. Each team will log into an online system at the scheduled time and choose their referees based on their selection order. How will the online referee selection work? As mentioned in the previous slide, Team A and Team B have the first pick. On the selection screen, they'll see a list of available referees. Let's say Team A selects referee 1. A second screen will open, showing detailed stats, observer ratings, average performance over the last 3 matches, physical test results, disciplinary records, experience level. If Team A confirms their choice, this will be communicated to Team B through the system. If Team B agrees, the referee is officially assigned to that match. Alternatively, if neither team likes the top 3 referees, they may choose referee 4. By clicking on any referee's name, detailed statistics will appear. Once selected, that referee is removed from the list and the next matchup begins their selection. At the start of the season, teams won't yet have lead points. So how will the referee selection process work? In this case, the selection order will be based on final points and standings from the previous season. This slide shows the 2023 to 2024 season and the final league table, including goal differences. Teams playing their first match of the season will refer to these figures for referee selection. What about teams that have just been promoted and are playing in the league for the first time? Since their points will be 0 in the first week, their referees will be appointed by the Federation using the current system, from among referees not already selected. For example, if new Team 1 and new Team 2 are playing that week, they both have 0 points. The Football Federation will assign a referee to their match from the remaining pool. However, if one of the teams already has points, then the standard combined points method will be used for selection. How will referee selection work for teams fighting relegation? Relegation-threatened teams will be given priority, starting from the 3rd selection slot. Since their matches are often tense and high stakes, they'll have the right to choose referees suited for such pressure. For example, if relegation zone Team 1 is playing Team 5, even if their combined points are 62, they'll select 3rd. Similarly, relegation zone Team 2 versus Team 3 will select 4th, regardless of their points total. What if a selected referee cannot attend a match for any reason? In such cases, the teams involved will choose a replacement from among the referees who were not selected for any match that week. If multiple matchups need replacement referees, priority will be given based on the total league points of the teams involved. If their total points are equal, the combined goal difference will be considered. If that is also equal, the Football Federation's existing rules will apply. Each referee will be assigned to matches appropriate to their classification level. An observer referee will monitor each match and has a right to deduct 1 point from any referee who performs poorly. A referee can be assigned for a maximum of 2 consecutive weeks. In the 3rd week, they must rest. This ensures that previously unchosen referees also have opportunities to officiate. Before the season begins, all referees and teams will be required to sign an ethics agreement, stating they will not engage in private communication with one another. Any breach of this rule may result in penalties, such as point deductions. Other referee-related rules will continue to follow the regulations of the Football Federation. Referees will not receive a fixed fee. Instead, their pay will be based on two factors: their position in the weekly selection order, a percentage of the match day revenue. The exact percentages will be determined by the Football Federation. This system will motivate referees to prepare better and perform at a higher level. At the end of the season, the referee with the most points will be declared the champion referee. The current classification system will remain in place. The champion referee in a lower division will be promoted to the next tier. Conversely, referees with the lowest points in each league will be moved down one tier. Referees with high points in lower divisions may also be promoted to higher levels. The champion referee will receive a reward determined by the Football Federation. The referee crowned as league champion may continue officiating in international matches, chosen by teams from abroad. Just like there's a Champions League for football clubs across Europe, a Champions Referees League could also be established in the future. This project can potentially be implemented not only in football, but also in all other sports that require referees, such as basketball, volleyball, handball, etc. Introducing a points-based system for referees, with the announcement of a champion referee at the end of the season, will spark a new trend among football fans. This trend will pave the way for not only supporting teams, but also developing a fan base for referees. The Referees League will provide opportunities for young and talented referees from lower divisions to move up the ranks. The system can first be piloted in lower leagues. Based on the outcomes, it can later be adapted for use in top-tier leagues. Allowing clubs to choose the referees for their matches in advance can help eliminate many allegations of bias or controversy. Optionally, clubs that do not wish to use this method can continue having referees appointed by the Football Federation under the current system. In conclusion, to sum up, implementing a point system for referees, giving clubs the freedom to choose referees, establishing a referees league, announcing a champion referee, will all contribute to increasing fan excitement and overall satisfaction. Thank you for listening patiently.